Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Code with ER. In this video guys, we're going to learn something new, something different, something dynamic in React. Okay, yes guys, you heard that right. Today in this video, in this tutorial, we're going to learn something new, something different, something dynamic in React. Okay, and guys, today in this video, in this tutorial, we are going to learn one of the important feature in React, which is React context API. Okay, yes guys, you heard that right. Today in this video, in this tutorial, we are going to learn one of the important feature in React, which is React context API. Okay, so guys, just to give you the demo, I have already created an example. So let me go to the example now, and let me just show you the example. Let me just explain all the features and all the functionalities of the example to you, so that you will get to know that today what we're going to learn, and today what we're going to create in this video, in this tutorial with me, ER Prabhat Pandit. Okay, so let me go to the example now. So guys, this is the example I have built by using just React context API. Okay, so guys, this is going to be the best tutorial on React on YouTube. Okay, so guys, you don't need to watch other video after watching this video on React context API. So guys, this is my guarantee. I promise to you that in this video, in this tutorial, we're going to learn, we're going to understand what is React context API completely and thoroughly. Okay, so guys, now let's get started and let's learn. Okay, so guys, before that I want to tell you something, that please guys, okay, try to avoid the background voices. Please guys, try to avoid the background noises, because you might be hearing some of the dog barking in the background. So please guys, try to avoid them, and please just focus on the learning things, on the important things in this video, in this tutorial. Okay, so guys, today in this video, in this tutorial, we're going to build 3 applications by using just React context API. Okay, so guys, now let's get started. Okay, and let me just explain you the applications as well. Okay, so guys, this is the first application we're going to build by using just React context API, which is counter app. Okay, so we're going to build the counter app by using the technique, by using the concept of React context API, and these are the buttons: increase counter, decrease counter, and reset counter, and increase steps. Okay, so here as of now we can see here the counter is 0 now, so we can increase the counter by using the increase button, we can decrease the counter by using this decrease button, we can reset the counter by using this reset button, and we can increase the counter using steps as well. Okay, so now I'm going to increase the counter first by using this increase button. So just press it now. See, we can see the counter is being increased. Okay, we can see here the counter is being increased. Let's just decrease the counter now. So the counter is going to be increased, the counter is going to be decreased every time by 1. Okay, and we are going to increase the counter every time by 1 whenever we will click this button, increase counter. Okay, and we can reset the counter as well by clicking this reset counter button as well. Okay, so let's just click it now. So the counter is now reset. We can increase the counter using the steps as well. Okay, we can increase the counter by 5, by 10, by 20, by 30, by 40, and what's not. Okay, so this is the steps. Okay, so let's just increase it by 5. Okay, so you can see here the counter is going to be increased every time by 5 only. Okay, so this is the steps. Okay, we can decrease the counter every time by 1, we can reset the counter, so increase the counter every time by 1, decrease the counter every time by 1, so we can't go below 0. Okay, so guys, we can't go below 0, and we can't go more than 40 or above 40. Okay, so see here, we can't go above 40 and we can't go below 0 as well. Okay, so we can't go -1, -2, -3, and -4, nothing. Okay, like that. So we can only increase up to 40, we can only decrease up to 0, and we can reset the counter by using this reset counter. We can increase the counter using steps as well, 5, 10, 15, 20 and whatnot. Okay, so this is the counter application I have built by using React Context API. Okay, and now come down a little bit. So here is the dynamic user profile using React Context API. Okay, so guys, this is the heading, dynamic user profile using React Context API. Okay, yes guys, you read that right. Okay, so here we've got here 5 user profile. Okay, we've got here 5 user profiles. Okay, the username is Prabhat Pandit, Deepak Sharma, Neha Sharma, Pooja Jha and Ravi Kumar. They've got here the profile city, email and phone number. On each and every user profile card we can see here the username, profile city, email and phone, and one button also called view profile. Okay, on each and every user profile card we can see here one button also called view profile to see the profile in a nice and dynamic and design modal as well. Okay, so let's just click this button view profile to view the entire profile of this user Prabhat Pandit. Okay, so let's just click this button view profile now. So see, boom guys, here is the user modal, which is the and design modal. Okay, and here is the everything I have shown here in the modal as well. This is the name of the user Prabhat Pandit, profile is software developer, city Bangalore, email is this and phone number is this. We can dismiss this modal as well. Okay, and here is the profile of Deepak Sharma. So click the button view profile. So here is the user modal, Deepak Sharma, profile is UI UX developer, city Bhopal, email is this and phone number is this. Click OK. Here is the profile of Neha Sharma. Click the button view profile. So here is the user modal and the name is Neha Sharma, profile is Java developer, city Noida, email is this, phone number is this. Click OK, or we can click the cancel as well. Okay, now see the entire profile of this user, which is Pooja Jha. So view profile button, click it now. So here is the user modal, Pooja Jha, profile is service now developer, city Pune, email is this and phone number is this. Okay, so close this. So here is the last user profile, which is Ravi Kumar. So he is a UI developer, city Dabhanga, email is this and phone number is this. Click the button view profile to see the entire profile in a nice and dynamic and design modal as well. So here is the user modal Ravi Kumar, profile is UI developer, city is Dabhanga, email is this, phone number is this. Click OK. And guys, now we will be creating the user sign up form as well by using the technique, by using the concept of React Context API as well. Okay, so here is the user sign up form I have created using the React Context API. Okay, so guys, this tutorial, this video is going to be very dynamic, very learning for you. Okay, so guys, if you are new to react.js and if you are learning react.js in 2026, then guys, this video is definitely for you. You should definitely watch this entire video very carefully and very patiently as well, because in this video, in this tutorial, we are going to learn one of the important things in React, which is React Context API. Okay, so guys, here is the user sign up form with the input fields, okay, like name, email, phone, city and address. Okay, so here is the placeholder also, enter name, enter email, enter phone, enter city and enter address. Okay, and here's the button. We can see here 2 buttons also, submit now and reset button, okay, to reset the form. Okay, so I'm going to fill the form now. Okay, so this is the user name Prabhat Pandit, email is this, phone number is this, city is this and address is this. I'm going to submit the form now, and here is the preview also. So I'm going to show the preview as well. This is the name, this is the email address, this is the phone number, this is the city and this is the address. Okay, this is it. This is the preview of the user, what user has entered into this form. Okay, so here is the name Prabhat Pandit, and here is the also name Prabhat Pandit. Here is the email address, here is the phone number, here is the city and here is the address of the user as well. Okay, I'm going to submit the form now using this submit now button. Okay, so click it now. So see, boom guys, you can see here form submitted successfully. We got the message as well. Okay, so I have shown here the message as well, form submitted successfully. We can reset the form now using this button reset. Okay, so I'm going to reset the form now using this button reset. Okay, so click it now. So see, form is now reset. Okay, So let me just fill it now one more time. Here is the preview, Prabhat Pandit. Okay, so let me just, this time I'm going to, okay, let's just submit this form, okay, first. And here we got the message, we got the success message as well, form submitted successfully. And here's the preview. I'm going to reset the form. I'm going to fill some different username. I'll just say here Pooja Kumari. I'll just say here Pooja @ yahoo.com. I'll give some random phone number like this. I'll give the city as a Pune. I'll give this city, I mean the address, Pune. Okay, Maharashtra. Maharashtra, India. Okay, so India. Now I'm going to submit the form. So hit the button submit now. Here we got the success message as well, form submitted successfully. And here's the preview also. Name is Pooja Kumari, email is this, phone number is this, and city is Pune, address is Pune, Maharashtra, India. Okay, so we can reset the form now. So reset it now. So see, this is gone. Okay, so guys, this is all about, okay, okay, of this, okay, session of this tutorial. We are going to learn, we are going to understand completely React Context API in this video, in this tutorial, with me, ER Prabhat Pandit. Okay, so guys, now let's get started and let's learn. Okay, but guys, before starting of the video, I would like to request you all guys, please guys, subscribe now my this channel Code with ER, and please guys do press the bell icon also, and please guys also don't forget to share this video with your friends, with your colleagues, with your groups as well. Okay, and please guys, please, okay, okay, do like this video, which will give me the confidence and motivation to create awesome videos like this for you on each and every topic of web development, React, Vue and Angular as well on service now. Okay, so I hope guys you will subscribe now my this channel Code with ER. You will press the bell icon also. You will share this video with your friends, with your colleagues, with your groups as well, and you will like this video also, which will give me the confidence and motivation. Okay, so guys, this is Prabhat Pandit. I'm going to, okay, start the session on React Context API, and you can see here we have got the heading also, best React, okay, tutorial on React Context API. Okay, so guys, yes guys, you read that right. Okay, best tutorial on React Context API on YouTube you're going to watch. Okay, so after this video, after this tutorial, you don't have to watch any video, any other video on React Context API on YouTube. Okay, in this video, in this tutorial, we're going to completely understand, we're going to thoroughly understand React Context API in this video, in this single video with me, ER Prabhat Pandit. Okay, so guys, now let's get started, and please guys, please try to avoid the background noises. Please guys, try to avoid the background voices as well. Okay, please guys, okay, just try to focus on the learning part, just try to focus on the important part of this video, of this session. Okay, you might be hearing the mixer grinder voices, you might be hearing the honking, you might be hearing the dog barking sound in the background as well. Please try to ignore all of them, okay, for this video, for this tutorial. Okay guys, now let's get started and let's learn. Okay, so I'm going to use here the VS Code editor. Guys, you are free to use the IDE of your choice, of your preferences. Okay, I'm going to use here the VS Code editor. Okay, so let's just create a new file first. I just create here new file. I'm going to give the file name as a counter, okay, counter provider. Okay, counter provider.jsx. So let's just save this file in the context folder. Okay, so hit save. Let me just import here React first. So import React. I'm going to import the, okay, function also, which is create context. Okay, so guys, create context is the function, and this function is going to return the object. Okay, this function is going to return the object, and this is the React Context API. I mean the React create context is used to create the context, okay, in React. Okay, I will use here the hook also, which is user state. Okay, for the state management we will use here the hook user state. Okay, this is it. Okay, so now let me just say here export, okay, const, and I can say here counter context equal to, I'll just use this, okay, function create context. Okay, here this is it. and now I'm going to create here the one, okay, a component as well. I'll just say here component, I'll just say here const, and I'll just give the component name as a counter provider. Okay, I can just say here counter, counter, okay, I can just say here counter, say here app. Okay, say here counter app equal to, I just give you the one special prop also, which is children prop. Okay, so children, so this is, guys, this is the special prop in React, which is children prop. Okay, and I'll use the filter function. So let me just say here return, and I'm going to return all the things. And first of all, let's just say here export default, and let's just say here counter app, copy this, and let's just paste it here, close this. Okay, so let me just now create here, so I'll just use this, okay, counter context, and let's just say here dot provider. Okay, and we will give you the value object as well. So in this value object, we're going to expose, okay guys, in this value object we're going to expose the function, variable, const, let, and the state as well. Okay, we can expose anything from this value object, and then only we will be able to grab this in our different file. So in this way we are going to avoid the props drilling as well. Okay, so we use context API just to avoid, just to, okay, remove the props drilling in React. So that's why we use React context API. Okay, this is it. So let's just paste it here, and dot provider, close this. Okay, and now let's just copy this special children prop from here, and let's just paste it here. And now I'll just create here the, okay, some state variables as well. I'm going to create here the one state variable as well. I'm very sorry, use state, and I'll just give the default value of this counter as a 0, and let's just say here counter, so counter, and let's just say here set counter. This is it. First of all, let me just go to the browser. I'm going to hide this application, I'm going to hide this application. Okay, so let me just do that now. So just come here, and let me just comment this out, and let me just comment this out as well. And now just save the file and go to the browser, so we can just see the heading best tutorial on React context API. Okay, you read that right. So now come to the code now, and here we will just, okay, expose this counter variable from here, from this value object. Okay, so this is it. Let me just come here, let me just create a new file first, which will display the counter app for us on the browser. Okay, so let's just say here display, okay, page display app. Okay, and I'll just say here page dot .jsx, save the file inside the component folder. Okay, hit save, and let me just import first of all the React very quickly, and this is it. I'm going to import the hook also. I'm going to import the hook also, which is already defined in React, which is use context. Okay, which is use context. So I'll just say here use context. Okay, not callback, it's context. Okay, use context, this is it. And now I'm going to create here the one component as well. So I'll just say here const, and I can just say here display, I can just say here display app. Okay, display app like this. Okay, I'll use here the fader function, and this is it. And let's just return here. So we have to return each and everything from every single component, we all know that. Okay, and let's just create here one div inside this return statement. I'll just say here container, and margin top I'll give you a 5, margin bottom also I'll give you a 5, and let's just close this div now. This is it. And let's just say here export, okay, default, and let's just say here display app from here, and just close this. And now guys, okay, you can see here we're going to expose this counter state variable using this value okay, object. Okay, using this value object we are going to impose anything like any var const, okay, state variable or any function or any methods. Okay, okay, then only we will be able to grab this on any page we want to use this context provider file. Okay, this is it. So I'm going to use this context provider file on this page. Okay, on this page. So first of all I have to import this counter context. Okay, this counter context from this file to this file. Okay, so I'll just say here import, and I will just say here, okay, I can just say here open and closing curly braces, and I can just say here counter context from this file counter hyphen provider dot jsx. Okay, so I can just say here, let me just see the name counter context. So it's counter context, okay, from this file. Okay, you can see here from this file. So now this is it, and now inside the component only we will just say here const and open and closing curly braces equal to, I'll use this hook. Okay, use context, and now copy this, and now let's just paste it here, and now this is it. So now we will be able to use this counter, okay, state variable here in this file as well. So let's just paste it here. This is it. And now let me just first of all let me just create here one div very quickly. So div, let me just give here div and give here text center, and give here margin top. I'll give here 4 margin bottom also. I'll give here 4, and let's just close this div. Now inside this div I'm going to create here one h1 element, and I'll just give the class name as a display. I'll give here 3D, give your font weight, I'll give here bold as well, give here text success, and let's just it, and just paste it here, this counter which is come from this file, this context provider file, this counter state we have used, okay, here, and we exported using this. We have exposed this counter using this value object from this file to this file, and we can literally use okay, now we can literally use this counter state variable on any file which file okay, on any file which is going to use this context provider file. Okay, so now just come here, and let me just go to the app.js file. So inside the app.js file I'm going to import this component, okay, app, okay, counter app component from this file on the app.js, which is the main file. So I'm going to import like this. Okay, this app underscore this counter underscore app. Okay, so just say here counter underscore app, okay, like this. And now we will import this file as well, okay, this display app as well on this app.jsx file. So I'll just say here import, and this display app. So I'll just say here display app, okay, like this. So copy this counter, and now let's just come here, and let's just paste it here. Let's just paste it here and open this, and inside this we will use this component. Okay, we will use this component, and let's just paste it here. Okay, let's just paste it here, and now save the file. Okay, so save this file as well, save this file as well, and now come to the browser. So now boom guys, we can see here the 0. Okay, so now our react context api is doing great. We can see here the default value 0. Okay, so let's just come here to this counter provider file, and let's just try to increase this number. Okay, save the file. Okay, so what is the issue here? Okay, so let's just put here 0 and try to, okay, so now we can see here. So what is the issue here? Yeah, there is no issue at all. Okay, so I was forgetting to save the file. Okay, so you can just give here anything, any string. So let's just put here something like this. Okay, any random number. So we can see here our this counter, okay, our provider file is doing great. Okay, so ideally it should be 0, the initial value should be 0. Okay, so now let's just come here, and let me just create here another div, give the class name as a text center, and just to close this div now. And now let's just try to avoid the guys background voices. Okay, I told you already, give the class, okay, as a text success, and give your font weight bold, give here display, I'll give here 3, and let's just close this h1, and I can just say here the dynamic, okay, dynamic counter app, okay, counter app using, okay, using react context API. Okay, just save the file and have a look in the browser first. So here, so let me just give here h2, so h2, now save the file. So this will look cool as well. Let's just give here h4, and instead of text success, let's just give here text warning to this counter, okay, default value which is 0. So now this looks cool. Okay, now this looks cool. So now I'm going to create here buttons also to increase the counter, to decrease the counter, to reset the counter, and to increase the counter using steps. Okay, so let's just do that now. First of all, I'm going to this file, I'm going to create here some of the functions, some of the methods as well. Okay, I'm going to do that now. So I'll just say here const, I'll just say here increase, okay, increase counter. I'll use the factor function always. So close this, and I'll just use this, okay, set counter, okay, state updater function, okay, set counter. So now I'll just close this, and I'll just use here the previous value, okay, which is going to give us the always the latest value, always the new value. Okay, so I'll just use here prev, okay, and I'll just check here, I will just use here the filter function. So filter function, and first of all I'll just check, okay, first of all I'll just check here if, okay, if prev, okay, if this prev, okay, if this prev is, okay, is, if this prev is less than, okay, is less than 20, okay, if less than 20, then only we will increase the counter, otherwise we will decrease the counter. Okay, if this prev, so I'm going to use here the ternary operator. Okay, so I'll just, if prev is less than 20, then only we will increase the counter. So I'll just say here prev plus 1, otherwise I'll just give you the default value of this prev. Okay, default value of this prev. Okay, so copy this counter function, and we have to expose this as well. Increase counter function, we have to expose this as well through this value object. Okay, through this value object, and now we will be able to use this increase counter on any file, on any file which is going to use this file. Okay, and in this way we are going to avoid the prop drilling. Okay, in this way we are going to avoid the prop drillings. Okay, so copy this increase counter, we have passed here, we have exposed through this, okay, value object, and now it will be available in on this file as well, because this file, okay, because this file uses this context provider file. So ideally this increase counter will be available here as well to use. Okay, so let me just now create here one button. So button, close this button very quickly. I'll just give you the class. So I'll just say here btn, I'll just say here success. Okay, and I can just say here ms, or let's just say here btn success, and now I'll just say here on click, I'll just call this function like this. So copy this increase counter from here. Okay, and just now close this, and we will just give you the text as well, increase, okay, increase counter. Save the file and have a look in the browser first. Okay, so see, we got here the button increase counter, and now try to hit this button. Okay, so we got here one issue. Let me just check. So first of all, let me just, okay, save this file. So save this file, and now increase the counter. So see, boom guys, boom. Okay, so see, the counter is going to increase every time by 1. We can increase this number to 30. Save the file and also increase now up to 30. Okay, also let's just give you a 40. So save the file and try to increase the counter up to 40. Okay, so this is doing great. Okay guys, this is doing great. The counter is doing great. Every time we will increase the counter by 1. Okay, every time we will increase the counter by 1. Okay, so I'm going to create here another function to decrease the counter. I'll just say here decrease counter. Again I will use a divider function. Okay, and again let's just close this. So set counter, I'll use this. Okay, and again I'll use the latest value, so I'll use your brief. Okay, and again I'll use the divider function, and now we will check. Okay, and now we will check. Okay, if if this brief, okay, if this brief is greater than 0, okay, is greater than 0, okay, is greater than 0, then only we will decrease the counter. Then only we will decrease the counter every time by 1. Okay, every time by 1. Otherwise we will just set it to 0. Okay, otherwise we will just set it to 0. Save the file. This time I won't forget to save the file. Okay, so just copy this, and we have to expose this as well through this value object. And now ideally we will be able to use this decrease counter function, okay, on any file which is going to use this file. So this file uses this context provider file, so it will be available here as well. It will be available here as well. Save the file, and now let me just copy this button just to save little bit of time. I'm doing that. I'm doing this. So I'll just say here decrease counter, and change the button class as well. I can just say here button warning. Okay, button warning, and instead of this increase counter, we will now copy this function decrease counter, and let's just paste it here. Save the file, have a look in the browser. So give here ms3 as well, just to give the gap between buttons. Okay, save the file, and now we can see here decrease counter button as well. So now try to decrease the counter every time by 1 by pressing this button decrease counter. Okay, so hit it now. See, boom guys, boom, boom, the counter is being decreased every time by 1. The counter is being decreased every time by 1. Okay, this is doing great. Increase the counter by 1, decrease the counter by 1. We can't go below 0. Okay, we can't go below 0, like -1, -2, -3, and so on. Okay, we can go up to 40. I showed you we can go up to 0 but not below 0. Okay, we can go up to 0 but not below 0. Okay, we can go up to 40. I have shown you, but we can't go beyond 40. Okay, we can't go beyond 40. Okay, I showed you. I'm going to show you one more time. So we can't go beyond 40. Okay, and we can't go below 0, like -1, -2. Okay, so boom. Okay, so now I'm going to create here another function to reset the counter. So just say here const, I'll just say here reset, okay, equal to, I'll use here the divider function as well. So now let me just use here divider function, close this, and now give me guys, okay, 2 sec only, just to take some breathe. So now let's just copy this set counter state updater function. Let's just paste it here, give you the 0. Okay, so we have to expose this as well through this value prop or the value object. Okay, this value object we have to expose each and everything. Okay, so give here comma, just paste it here, reset. So now we will be able to use this reset function on any file which is going to use this context provider file. Okay, so now come here, and now let's just get it here, reset function. So now let me just copy this button, okay, to save a little bit of time, and say here reset counter, and give the button warning instead of danger. Okay, and now come up, copy this reset function, and just paste it here, save the file, have a look in the browser, and now we got the button reset button as well to reset the counter, increase the counter, okay, decrease the counter, and reset the counter. Just press it now, reset counter button. Boom, guys, we got here reset. Okay, our counter is now being reset. Okay, so this is doing great. Okay, reset. Okay, so now just come here. I'm going to create here the last function of this counter app. So I'll just say here const. Okay, const, and I can just say here uh, decrease by steps. I'll use your filter function. I'll give the steps, okay, as a default value. I'll give your step equal to 1. Okay, so this is the default value of this decrease by step function. Okay, so now let's just close this, and now again I'll use here this, okay, reset counter state updater function. So now just paste it here, and again I'll use the reset latest value. So I'll just say here prev. Okay, I'll use here the filter function like this, and now, okay, so now we will just check. Okay, so first of all we will just check, okay, if prev minus this step. Okay, if, okay, prev minus this step, user will give the step, okay, like 5, 10, 20, 15, 10, okay, right on and whatnot. Okay, okay, if prev dot step is equal to or greater than, okay, is greater than or equal to 0, okay, is greater than or equal to 0, then only we will say here, decrease the counter. Okay, then only we will decrease the counter. So we will say here prev dot step. Okay, prev dot step, otherwise we will just set it to 0. Okay, otherwise we will just set it to, okay, let's just so this is going to be, say here decrease by step. So now we will just say here uh, 0. Okay, so now let me just copy this, and now let me just expose this also through this value object. Okay, through this value object. Okay, so now ideally we will be able to use this decrease by step. Come here, and now let's just so do one thing. Let's just put it here multi-line. Okay, so now let's just paste it here, and now let me just copy this button, and say here decrease. Okay, decrease by steps. Okay, decrease by step. Okay, decrease by step, and now copy this, okay, decrease by step function name from here, paste it here, and instead of denser I'll give you info. Okay, so save the file and have a look in the browser. Now just come here, and so let me just give here the, we can see here they've given here the default value as a 1. Okay, you can see here we have given here the default value as a 1. So as of now the counter will decrease every time by 1. Okay, see, the counter is being decreased every time by 1 because default value is 1. Okay, because default value is 1, and now I'm going to give you the user defined, okay, user defined value. I'll give you 5. Okay, I'll give you 5. This is the user defined value, and we can see here I've given here the default value as a 1, and now the value is 5. So now the counter will decrease every time by 5. Okay, so let's just increase the counter. So decrease it by 5, you can see, and now 1. Okay, this is doing great. Okay, I showed you, I have explained you as well. Okay, now the counter will decrease by 5 every time. Okay, so this is doing great. Okay, so now just come here. I'm going to define here the increase counter by step. Okay, so let me just say here const. I'll just say here increase. Okay, increase by step. Okay, I'll again use the filter function. I'll give the step default value. Again I'll give you 1. So always I'll give you the default value 1. Okay, so that our counter will not collapse. Okay, so that our counter will not collapse. Okay, we will give you the default value every time as a 1. Okay, this is it. So let's just close this. Again I'll use your set counter state of data function. I'll use the latest value prev. I'll use the filter function, and now I'll just say here, okay, I'll just check prev. Okay, if prev plus step. Okay, if prev plus step is less than or equal to less than or equal to, okay, less than or equal to 40. Okay, if counter has not reached up to 40. Okay guys, if counter has not reached up to 40. Okay guys, listen to me very carefully, what this condition is all about. It says, if it says guys, if counter has not reached up to 40. Guys, it says if counter has not reached up to 40, then increase the counter, then increase the counter. Okay, then increase the counter. Okay, then increase the counter. So we'll just say here prev plus step. Okay, we will say here prev plus step, otherwise we will just give the latest value, which is prev. Okay, so now just copy this, and we have to expose this through this value object as well. So just save this file. I won't forget to save this file, because I don't want to face any issue. Okay, so now just come here, and we have to get it here. So paste it here, and now let me just copy this button. Let me just paste it here. So I'll just say here increase by step, increase by step, and I'll just copy this. Okay, increase by step function, and just paste it here. I'll keep the button class as a secondary. Okay, save the file and have a look in the browser. Okay, so now this will, okay, this will increase the counter every time by 1. Okay, this increase by step will increase the counter every time by 1. So let's just remove here 5. Okay, and now it will increase the counter every time by 1. Okay, and now let's just control Z, give you a 5, and now this will increase the counter by 5. So see, boom guys. Okay, okay, this is doing great. Reset the counter, increase by 5. Okay, increase by 5, decrease by 5 every time, decrease by 5, reset the counter, increase the counter, decrease the counter, reset the counter, decrease by, okay, 5, increase by 5, okay, decrease by 5. So this is doing great. So this is all about the counter app using React Context API. Okay, so now I'm going to create here another app using the React Context API. Okay, this is it. So now let me just create here another context provider file. I'm going to create here the another context provider file. Okay, I'm going to create here the another context provider file. Guys, listen to me very carefully. I'm going to create here the another context provider file. Okay, so let me just create here user user context provider dot .jsx. Save the file inside the context folder, hit save, and now I'll just import React, and I'll import the create context function, as well as I'll use the user state variable also. This is it. And now I'll just say here export, I'll just say here const, and I'll just say here the provider name. I'll just say here user context. Okay, user context equal to, I'll just say here create context. Okay, this create context. Okay, this create context function. Okay, so let's just close this, and now I'll create here one component as well. I'll just say here const, and I can just say here as the user say here user provider equal to, I'll use the special prop, which is children prop. Okay, which is children prop is the special prop in React. Okay, so let's just close this. So let's just now return, and now let's just say here copy this user context dot provider, and close this dot provider. Okay, and we have to give you the value object as well. I told you. And now let's just give here this special prop, which is children prop. Okay, so copy this, and let's just paste it here. And now we will just export this component name, export default this component name. Okay, close this. And now I'm going to create here few user object. Okay, I'm going to create here one array of object. So I'll just say here const, I'll just say here users, I can just say here set users state operator function, so equal to use state, and close this. And now I'll just create here array of object id. I'll give here one. I'll just give here quickly name as a Prabhat Pandit. I'll give the profile as a software developer. I'll give the city, okay, as well. I'll give you the Bengaluru. I'll give here the email, okay, email as a Prabhat at the rate gmail dot com, gmail.com. I'll give the say here the phone as well. So phone, give here some random number like this. So now put here comma. So now just copy this and just paste it here. Give here id to 2, and I'll just change the name of the user. I'll give here Deepak Sharma. This is it. Let's just make him UI UX developer. Give here the city as a Bhopal. Give here the email address as a Deepak Deepak KR. Okay, Deepak, say here Deepak at the rate gmail.com. Give here any random number like this, and put comma. Let's just paste it here. Give here id 3, okay, and let's just give the username, different username. I'll just say here Pooja Yadav. Say here Yadav, okay. Let's just make her service now developer. Give here city Noida, and give the email address as a Pooja KR at the rate Pooja KR at the rate gmail.com. Give here the some random number like this, and put comma, and let's just make it here user id 4, and I'll give the username as a Ravi Ravi Kumar Sharma, okay. Make him okay, make him Java developer. Give your city as a Pune, and give your email address as a Ravi, okay, Ravi, let it be. And now this is it, okay. So now this is it, and now we will just try to grab this, okay. And now we will try to grab this user object, okay. So now let's just expose this users, okay, array of object. Let's just expose this users array of object, and now just paste it here. So now we will be able to use this, okay, a user. So I'm going to let's just bring this file here, okay. So now go to this file. So now this users, okay, array of object, you can see here id, name, profile, city, email, and phone. It is the array of object, okay. So we will be able to grab this. So first of all, I'm going to use this file here on this page, okay, on this page, okay. So I'll just say here import, and now this user context, okay, this user context, this user context, okay, from this file, okay, from this file, okay, from this file, okay. You can see from this file, okay. So now let me just come here. So I'll just say here const, and like this I can just say here use context to use the context, okay, this user context. So copy it and paste it here, and now this user array of object will be available on this file as well, like this. So this is it. So first of all, I'm going to import this file. I'm going to import this component, user provider component, on the app.jsx file, from this file, okay. So user provider, so let's just come here. I just say here import, okay, user provider from this file, okay, from this file. So copy this, and let's just paste it here, and let's just paste it here. So let's just cut it out, and enclose this, Okay, save the file. As of now, just save the file and have a look in the browser. So there is no any issue, there is no any problem. Okay, so which means our context provider file is doing great. So now just come here. I will just copy this div from here to here, and let it be. Let's just paste it here, and I will just say here text I'll just say here text warning, text warning, dynamic. Okay, user profile app, user profile app using user profile app using react context API. Save the file and have a look in the browser. So see, which means our app is doing great. Okay, so we can see here the text, the heading, dynamic user profile app using react context API. Okay, so now just give here some gap from top, from bottom as well. Save the file and now here it is. Okay, so now guys, I'm going to use this counter array of object which we have grabbed, from this user provider file. Okay, which we have grabbed. Okay, so we have grabbed this user array of object from this context provider file. Okay, from this context provider file through this value object. Okay, through this value object. Okay, so now just come down, and below this I'll create here another div. I'll give the class as a row. I'll give the justify content. I'll just say here justify content. I'll just say here center, and just close this div now. And I'll just give you a margin top as well 5, margin bottom also I'll give you a 5. And now I'll just use the opening closing curly braces. I'll use this user, I'll use the map function, the map method, and I'll just say here t. I'll just use here the filter function, the like this, and I can just say here create here div, give the key, which is the very important prop in react. Okay, so I'll just say here t.id. Okay, t.id. Okay guys, this id. Okay, this id1, id2, id3, and id4. Okay, so let me just close this div. So close this div now, and I just give the class as a I can just give a class as a call lg, 3. This is it. I'll just create here another div. Inside this div I'll give the class as a card, inside the backtick card. Okay, padding 3, and I'll say here mb 3 as well. Okay, mb3 I'll give here, and close this div now, and I'll just create another div. Inside this div give the class as a card data. So card data, close this div now, and now I'll create here h4 element, h4, close this, give the class as a name, and I'll use here the this. Okay, this t, this okay, t dot to show the name of the user. To show the name of the user, we will give here name to show the name, profile to show the profile, city to show the city, email to show the email address, phone number to show the phone number of the particular user. Okay, of all these 4 users. Okay, of all these 4 users, we will give name to show the name, profile to show the profile, city to show the city, email to show the email address, phone number to show the phone. Okay, so now come here, you'll give here name, just save the file and have a look in the browser first. So we can see here, boom guys, we can see here name of the user Prabhat Pandit, Deepak Sharma, Pooja Yadav, and Ravi Kumar Sharma. Okay, so let's just come here, instead of 4 I'll give you 3. Okay, so let's just save the file, and now we can see here in a same line, in a single row. Okay, so now to show the name, the profile, city, email, phone, what we will do here, I'll just come here, I'll just create here 1p. I'll just give you the important, I mean the strong. I'll just say here name, I mean the not name, I'll just say here the profile. Okay, profile, and say here t dot profile. Okay, let's just copy this, and it will be easy. Okay, just to so instead of profile I'll just say here the city, and instead of profile I'll say here email, and instead of profile I'll just say here the phone. So I'll just say here t dot profile to show the profile. Okay, I'll just say here t dot city to show the city. I'll just say here t dot email to show the email number of the user. I'll just email address I mean to say, and t dot phone to show the phone number of the user. Save the file and have a look in the browser. So see, boom guys, we got here everything: the username, profile, city, email and phone of the particular user on each and every cards. Okay, on each and every card. Okay, okay, you can see here Prabhat Pandit, Deepak Sharma, Pooja Yadav and Ravi Kumar Sharma. Okay, this is doing great. So now just come to the code now, and now I'll create here one button also. So create here button, and close this button now, and I'll just give as a text view profile. Okay, and we will show the profile in the dynamic and nice and design modal. Okay, we will show the entire user profile in a nice and dynamic and design modal. Okay, so let's just give here the class as a btn. I'll give here success, and margin top 2, margin bottom also 2, and save the file and have a look in the browser first. Okay, so we got here the button. Let's just give here width of 100%, and now this looks cool. View profile, view profile, view profile, view profile on each and every user card. Okay, on each and every user card we can see the particular user details. Okay, this is it. So now just come to this context provider file. First of all, I'm going to define here one function. I'm going to define here one function. So I'll just say here const, I'll just say here capitalize. Okay, capitalize. I'll just say here str. So give here first equal to, and I'll use the defaulter function. So give here the default value as a blank also, and if there is no any string, so there is no any string, we will just return. Okay, we will just return. Otherwise we will just return. Otherwise we will just return here the str dot split and dot split and dot I'll just say use the map method. I'll just use the map method, and I'll just give you the word as a callback function parameter, or the so word. I'll just use this, and two uppercase plus I'll use here word. Okay, word dot slice the 1 and 2 to lower case. Okay, this is it. And now I'll just say here dot join, so that we will see each and everything in a nice and dynamic. Okay, capitalize function. So copy this function, capitalize. I'm very sorry, let's just expose this as well, because I'm constantly speaking. Okay, so my voice is like this because I'm constantly speaking. Okay, so my voice is like this. Okay, I'm very sorry for this. So copy this, capitalize. So first of all, save this file, copy now this, capitalize, and we have to expose this also. So come here to this user and just expose this, copy this, and here I'll just save the file and have a look in the browser. So you can see here the name is now capitalized. You can see here the name is now capitalized. D is capitalized, S is capitalized, Pooja is capitalized, Yadav is capitalized, Ravi is capitalized, Kumar is capitalized, and Shama is also capitalized. Okay, so this looks cool now. This looks cool now. Okay, so guys, now I'm going to define here the I'm just forgetting. I'm going to define here the modal. Okay, modal context provider as well. Okay, I'm going to define here the modal context provider, guys. Now guys, I'm going to define here the modal context provider as well, so that we will be able to see the user profile in a nice and dynamic modal. Okay, so I'm going to define here the modal context provider file as well. Control N, and I'll just say here modal context. Okay, modal context provider dot jsx. Set the file inside the context folder, click save, and this is it. And now huh, so I'm going to import here the import react, and I'll import here the create context as well as I'll import here the user state. Okay, I mean the hook as well. Okay, so now const, I'll just say here say here expose, and const, and I will just say here modal. Okay, modal context, modal, say here modal context, say here modal context app. Okay, modal context app equal to, I'll use here the special prop as well, which is children. We all know children, and I'll use the further function like this, and I'll just say here return, and now this. So first of all, say here export default, and copy this component name modal context app, and just paste it here. And now, and okay, so give me here only 5 seconds. So let me just fix this only, and yep, this is doing great. And now I just say here export const, and I can just say here modal. Okay, modal, say here modal context equal to create context, and this is it. Okay, and now copy this modal context, and say here dot provider, and modal context dot provider, this is it. And now open and closing curly braces, copy this children special prop from here, and just paste it here. And now I'll just give the value object, and we will expose each and everything. So now this is it. Okay, so now this is it. So now I'll just create here couple of state variable also. Guys, I'm going to create here a couple of state variables as well. Okay, so I'll just say here const, so const, and I can just say here use state. So just copy this, to save a little bit of time. Okay, please guys, try to avoid the background voices. Okay, please guys, try to avoid the background voices, just focus here on the learning part, on the important part. Okay, this is it. So let's just create here state variables. I just say here is modal open, and say here set is modal modal, okay, open. Okay, this is the state operator function, and as of now let's just give you the default value as a false. Okay, so initially we want to hide the modal. Okay, initially we want to hide the modal. Okay, this is it. And now I'll just create here another state variable. I'll just say here selected index. I'll just say here set. Okay, set selected index, set selected index. Okay, index, and as of now just give the default value as a 0. And now I'll just say here modal data, say here set. Okay, set modal data, and give here the, I'll give here the default value. Okay, I'll give here the default value, give the id as a blank, give the name also as a blank, give the profile, give the profile uh, small p, profile also as a blank, give the city also as a blank, and give the email also as a blank as the default value, and give the phone also as a blank as the default value. Okay, so this is it. Okay, this is it. So now I'm going to create here one function also to open the modal. Okay, I'm going to create here one function also to open the modal. So I'll just say here const open modal. Okay, and now I'll pass the entire user object. Okay, I'll pass here this. Okay, I'll pass here the entire user object. Okay, through this modal function, through this open modal function. Okay, this is it. And now let's just, now what I'll do here, I'll just copy this. Okay, set modal data, copy this set modal data, and first of all let's just show the modal. So copy this. Okay, set is open modal state operator function, and let's just make it okay true. Show the modal, set the modal data, copy this, okay, set modal data, set updater function, and let's just set it with the entire user object, okay, entire user object, and set selected index also, copy this and just paste it here, and I'll just say here user dot id, okay, user dot id. I'm going to grab the id of the particular user, okay, I'm going to grab the id of the particular user, okay, through this set selected index, okay. So now I'll define here another state, I mean the function or the method. I'll just say here handle, okay, handle, okay, handle, okay, and so now copy this and set copy this, and I'll just say here so let's just make it false, and I'll just create here another function. I'll say here handle handle cancel, okay, state variable the federal function, and now let's just copy this, and guys, I'm constantly speaking, okay, guys, I'm constantly speaking, please guys, okay, please do subscribe now my this channel code with er, and please guys do press the bell icon also, and please guys, okay, don't forget to share this video with your friends, with your colleagues, with your groups as well, and please guys don't forget to like this video, which will give me the confidence and motivation to create awesome videos like this for you on each and every topic of web development and full stack development as well, okay. I hope you will do that now. I'm going to trust you, I'm going to count on you that you will subscribe now my this channel code with er, okay. So let me just go to the code now, and now I'll just expose every method, open modal, handle, okay, and cancel, okay, handle cancel. I'll expose through this value object, okay, through this value object I'm going to expose, okay. So just copy this and just paste it here, give comma, and copy this handle cancel function as well, and just paste it here. So guys, now I'm going to use this file, okay, I'm going to use this context provider file, I'm going to use this context provider file on this file as well, on this file as well, okay. So now what I'll do here, I'll just say here import like this, and now I'll just grab this modal context from this file, okay, I'll just grab this modal context from this file, okay. So let's just come here, I'll just say here modal context from this modal context provider file, okay, this is it. So now copy this, and now say here const equal to use con not users, use context, okay, and just paste it here, this modal context, paste it here, and now they will be able to use all these method function, okay, from here, okay. So copy this and just paste it here. Before using modal we have to import the modal from ant design, okay. So I'm going to import the modal before using it, so I'll just say here modal from ant design, okay, from this ant design. So this is the ant design modal, okay, okay. So this is it. So now just come here, I'm going to copy this, okay, I'm going to copy this modal from here to here, and just come to this page now, okay. So let me just do here and just paste here. So let me just paste here. So save the file first of all, let's just save the file and see if there is any issue or not. So let me just come here. So we got here one issue. Let me just inspect what is the issue here. Let me just okay check what is the issue here. So okay, open modal as it is undefined, okay, open modal as it is undefined, okay. So come here, and here is the value. So as open modal, so here it is open modal. So let me just so let me okay, although we don't have any issue here, so let me just come here. So it is okay now. So come to this okay a main file app.js file, and we have to grab this modal context app as well. So just come here, and now just grab this okay import okay modal context API, okay, this component modal context app, okay, So now just copy this, and now let's just paste it here, and let's just paste it here. So cut it out from here, cut it out from here and paste it here, and I hope this will resolve the issue. So no, nothing. Okay, so we got here, is modal open is not defined. Okay, no issue at all. Now the issue is resolved. Now the issue is now resolved, guys. Okay, so the now issue is resolved. Okay, so come here, and we have to expose this is modal state variable as well through this. Okay, value object. So copy this, save this, and come here and grab this here. So now just save this and come down, come down, and paste it here. So come up, copy this handle. Okay, and just replace with this handle. Okay, and copy this handle cancel, and replace with this handle cancel. Save the file, and as of now we won't see any issue. Okay, so now the issue is resolved. Okay, there is no issue at all. Okay, there is no issue at all. Okay, so now just come to the code now, and on this button, on this view profile button, I'll just say here on click, and now I'll just use here fedora function, and I will just use this open modal function from here, from this modal component, I showed you. Okay, so save the file and come here, and now copy this open modal from here, and and on click just paste it here, and we have to give this entire user object. Okay, so copy this t and just paste it here. As of now, just save the file and have a look in the browser. Now try to click the button view profile. See, boom guys, boom, we got the modal, guys. See, our modal component is also doing great. Our modal context API is also doing great. Okay, our modal context API is also doing great. So let's just make it dynamic now. Let's just make this modal dynamic now. Okay guys, let's just make this modal dynamic now. Okay, so let's just come here and just come down, and instead of say here basic modal, say here user modal, and we can see here here is the uh, here is the let me just pass this modal data. Okay, state variable as well. Okay, so let's just pass this as well, this modal data. So copy this, and now just get it here, grab it here as well, and now copy this modal data. You can see here, inside the modal function, I am setting this. Okay, I am setting this modal data. I am setting this modal data with the entire user object. Okay, I am setting this modal data with the entire user object. Okay, with the entire user object. So now we will be able to grab it. Okay, anywhere. So now let's just say here, so instead of say here strong, and close this strong. Okay, and instead of say here the name, give space, and let's just say here modal data. I'll use here the optional chaining operator to show the name. I'll just say here like this, save the file and come to the browser. Now click the button view profile to make the dynamic modal work. Okay, see the dynamic user name. Okay, see, so we got here one issue, modal data. So let me just save this file and save this file as well first, because okay, I'm forgetting to save the file frequently. So now we can see here is the name Prabhat Pandit. Okay, you can see it is going to show the name dynamically. So view profile, here is the name Deepak Sharma. Okay, view profile, here is the name Pooja Yadav, and view profile, here is the name Ravi Kumar Sharma. Okay, this is doing great. So instead of this plain, let's just make it a strong as well. Okay, let's just make this a strong as well. So a strong. Okay, and let's just cut it out from here, and let's just paste it here, save the file and have a look in the browser. Now view profile, see, now this looks cool. Okay, this looks cool. Okay, so now come to the code, copy this p and paste it couple of times, Okay, so paste one more time. Instead of name, I'll just say here, instead of name I'll just say here the, let me just see, so I'll just say here profile to show the profile. I'll just say here profile, and to show the city, city, after profile there is city, so there is city, so say here city, and after city there is email address, so email, and say here email, and after email there is, okay, there is phone, so say here phone. Save the file and have a look in the browser. So now click the button view profile of this user Prabhat Pandit. Okay, see, boom guys, here is the username Prabhat Pandit, profile is software developer, city is Bangalore, email is this, and phone number is this. Okay, click okay, view profile Deepak Sharma, here is the name Deepak Sharma, profile is UX developer, city Bhopal, email is this, and phone number is this. Click OK. Pooja Yadav, view profile, here is the Pooja Yadav, username, profile is service now developer, city is Noida, email is this, phone number is this. Click OK. Here is the Ravi Kumar profile, view profile, Ravi Kumar Sharma, profile Java developer, city Pune, email is this, and phone number is this. Okay, this is doing great. So now what I'll do here, I'll just create here another file. I'll just create here another file, the CSS file. I'll just say here Prabhat Pandit, Prabhat Pandit dot css. Copy this file name, click save inside the component folder only, click save. So let me just import this file also, this css file. So import, what is this here, it's Prabhat, okay, Prabhat Pandit dot css. Okay, so import this as a file here. So let me just define here the active class first. Active class I'm going to define here one active class inside this css file. I'll give the background color as a red, give here important, otherwise it won't apply. Okay, give here color white, and give here important as well, otherwise it won't apply. Give here border 2px solid red, give here important also, and give here the box not sizing, say here shadow. Okay, give here 4px, give here 5px, give here 40px, I mean 30px. RGBA value I'll use here 0 comma 0 comma 0 0.4. Okay, so now just you can see here inside this, okay, selected index, I'm going to provide here the ID. Okay, I'm going to provide here the ID. Okay, so now let's just come here. So dynamically I'll apply the classes also. So let's just now I'll use your dollar, and now I can just see here t dot id equal to t dot id equal to this. Okay, let's just expose this also, this selected index also, let's just expose this as well. So give here multi-line, give here comma, paste it here, save this file, copy this selected index, and come here, and just paste it here, copy this, and now we will just okay, check. Okay, if this equal to, okay, if it is equal to, we will apply the active class, otherwise we will apply nothing. Okay, otherwise we will apply nothing. Just save the file and have a look in the browser now. So here we can see here, boom guys, the active class is now applied. Okay, Prabhat Pandit, click OK, view profile, click OK. So this is doing great guys. Okay, this is doing great. Okay, this is doing great guys. Okay, so guys, give me okay only 5 minutes, okay, just to breathe in some fresh air, because I'm constantly speaking. Okay, I'm constantly guys speaking. Okay, since a long time. Okay, so so now this modal is now dynamic and looking cool as well. Okay, so just now we will create here the form component. Okay, I'm going to create here the form component. Okay, I'm going to create here the form component. So I'm going to create here the another file. I'll just create here the another file, the form component. Okay, I'll just say here form underscore component dot jsx. Save the file inside the component folder only. Click save. So let me just define here the form first very quickly. I'm going to create here the user form. Okay, so let's just say here import react. Okay, this is it. And let me just okay, so let's just create here one const. I can just say here form component. Okay, and let's just use here further function. Say here return and say here div class. I'll give the width of 50%. I'll give you mx auto. I'll give you margin top 5 and margin bottom also 5, and just to close this div now. And let's just say here export and default the form component, the form okay component, close this. And now let me just create here another let me just do here one thing. Let's just not give here width let's just give here width 100%. Okay, let's just give here width 100%. And let me just create here another div, give the class and close this div now. Give here text center and give here margin top 4, margin bottom also 4. And say here h1 and give here h1. I'll just say here class name and say here user, say here dynamic user sign up form using react context API. Okay, so as of now just import this file also on this app.js file. So let me just do that now. Import this component, this form component from this file form underscore component. Okay, so form component, yeah. Okay, so now let's just paste it here, save the file and have a look in the browser. So here is the text dynamic user sign up form using react context API. Okay, so come here and let's just remove this margin top. Now this looks cool. So now give you a class display for text. I'll say here success and font weight I'll give you bold as well. Okay, so this looks cool. Now here is the dynamic user sign up form using react context API. Okay, please guys try to avoid the background voices please. Okay, just focus on the learning part. Okay, so now we will create the form dynamically very quickly. So I'll just say here form, it's not for, it's form. So form, let's just give you the width now 50% and mx auto. Okay, so now let's just create here one div very quickly. Give your div give your margin top 1, margin bottom also I'll give you 1. Close this div now. And now inside this div I'll create here the level element. So level element, I'll just give you the HTML4 attribute as well. I'll give the name, and I'll just say here name, and inside this level, below this level, I'll just create here the another div with the class name as a input group. Okay, input group. Close this div now, and now I'll just create here the input. I'll just give the type as a text, and now give here the name attribute as well. Name, give the placeholder, enter name, and give the class name as well, form control. Okay, form control, and give here the id as well, the name. Okay, as of now just save the file and have a look in the browser. So here is the input field name. Okay, name input field is here. So instead of let's just give you the class name margin top, okay, 1, margin bottom also 1. Save the file. So now this looks cool now. Okay, so as of now let me just copy this div. Let me just copy this div now and just paste it here. Instead of name I'll give you the email. So I'll give you the email, and give here email as well, and give here type as a name also email, and give here enter email, and give the id as email as well. Okay, so as of now just save the file and have a look in the browser. So here is the email input field as well, and let me just say here, instead of name I'll just say here city. Okay, so give here name as a city as well. So city, give here city also, and give here enter city, and give here id also as a city, and so here is the city input field as well. So now let's just close this div now. Instead of name I just say here phone. Okay, phone. So say here phone, and say here the name attribute also phone, and let's just give you id also phone. Okay, and phone, let's just say here enter phone, save the file, have a look in the browser. Here is the phone, and now let's just create the last input field, which is the text area, so instead of input we will just say here text area. So close this. Okay, text area as well, instead of say here I'll just say here address. Okay, address, copy this address, say here enter address, name also address, html4 also address, and let's just say here address, and say here address. Okay, as of now just save the file and have a look in the browser. So here is the address input field also, the text area. Okay, and now let's just create here the button as well. So say here button, and button, so give you the type attribute. You should be give here the submit type. Okay, also by default it is also submit. So give the class as a btn. I'll give here success, btn success. Just say here submit. Okay, form. Let's just copy this and create the reset button also. I'll just say here reset form. So reset form, and instead of type submit we will give you the button. Okay, so button is the type. Let's just give you class danger. Save the file, have a look in the browser. So here it is. Let me just give you ms3, and let's just cut this button. And give your div class margin top also. I'll give you 3, and just close this div and just give your margin bottom also 3, and inside this div put these buttons. Okay, so this will look cool and dynamic. Okay, and this is the best practice as well. Here is the submit button. You can see the page is now being refreshed. Okay, you can see here the page is being now refreshed. Okay, so we will just create here the form. Okay, we will just create here the form context as well. Okay, we will just create here the form context as well. So now I'm going to do that. Now I'll create here the form context also. So now just say here form form context provider. Okay, context provider. Okay, context provider dot .jsx. Save the file inside the context folder. Inside the context folder, hit save. So now this is it, and now I'll just import the react and the create context function also, as well as the I'll just create here the I'll just import here the mm, use state hook as well. Okay, use state hook as well. So now I'll just say here export say here const. Okay, so let me just think about the name. Okay, so guys, what will be the name of this? Okay, context provider. Guys, what will be the name of this form context provider? Let me just give here some meaningful name. Okay, let me just give here some meaningful name. So let me just say here the I can say here the say here say here say here say here form context. Okay, say here form context. Okay, form context. Okay, this is it, equal to create context. This is it, close this. So now let's just create here one component. So const I can just say here I can just say here form provider equal to I'll use the special prop which is children prop. Okay, which is children prop equal to I'll use your further function and just say here return. And just now, okay, so before this say here export default, and this app the component name form provider. Okay, this component name form provider. Okay, so now this is it. So copy this form context and say here dot provider, close this, and just provider. Okay, this is it. So now inside this we will use this special prop which is children prop. Okay, paste it here, and we will use the value object as well to expose the function method state variables as well. Okay, okay, so now I'll just create here initial data. I'll just say here const. Okay, so initial data, I'll just okay, so I'll just say here name, give here the default. Okay, so say here the email, and say here the phone. Let me just see the order first. So name, email, so is name, email, and city. Name, email, and city, and name, email, and city. It's not, it's same. Okay, and now is the phone, and now is the address. What is this? Address. Okay, this is it. Okay, so this is the initial data, guys. This is the initial data. Okay, okay, this is the initial data. So now I'll just inside this component I'll create here some state variables. Okay, so I'll just say here const equal to user state, and not 0. I'll give you the this initial data. Okay, this initial data. Okay, so now I'll just create the state variable. So I'll just say here form data, and say here set form uh, data. Okay, and now I'll just create here another state variable. I'll just say here confirm to show the confirm message. Okay, confirm to show the confirm message. Set confirm. Okay, set confirm state updater function. Okay, so use state, give here default value as a blank or the empty string. This is it, and let's just give you the another state variable as a loading. Okay, loading, say here set loading. Okay, set loading equal to use state, and as of now just give you the default value as a false. Okay, give you the default value as a false. And now I'll just first of all I'll just expose this form data. I'll just expose this form data. Okay, expose this form data. I'll expose this confirm as well, the state variable, this confirm. I'll expose this as well as I'll expose this loading state variable as well through this value object. And now we will grab this. Okay, now we will grab this context provider. Now we will grab this context provider inside this file. Okay, so and now we will use here the use context. Okay, the hook as well. So now import, and we will just grab this. Okay, form context from this file. Okay, so I'll just say here form context from this. Okay, what is this form context from this? Okay, from this context provider file. Okay, from this context provider file. So now I'll just say here const and equal to use context and just this. Okay, and now we will be able to use this form data, confirm, loading, everything. Okay, which we will expose through this value object, inside any file which is using this context provider file. Okay, which is using this context provider file. Okay, so now we can use this inside this, but before using this we have to use this form provider component. We have to use this form provider component in our main file, which is app.jsx. Okay, which is app.jsx. So let me just see is form provider from this form context provider .jsx file. So import okay, form provider, import form provider from this form context provider file. Okay, so let me just copy this. And this is the form component. So let me just paste it here. So let me just cut it out from here and enclose this form component. Okay, enclose this form component, save the file, and save this file one more time, so we don't have any issue on the browser. Okay, so we don't have any issue. Okay, so our context provider file is doing great. Okay, so our context provider file is doing great. Okay, so now just come to this form component, and here just copy this, and come to this input field. And now instead of value we will give here this form data dot name. Okay, this form data, you can see here form data, this form data dot name. Okay, form data dot email, form data dot city, form data dot phone, and form data dot address. Okay, so what I'm doing this here only. Okay, so let me just copy this value, and instead of writing every time we will just say here data dot email. Okay, data dot email, and let's just paste it here. Instead of name we will say here city, and let's just paste it here. Instead of name we will say here phone. Okay, and instead of this name we will say here address. Okay, address, save the file, and have a look in the browser. We don't have any issue. Okay, so this is doing great now. So let me just define here the handle change function as well. Okay, so now just come here and I'll just say here const, okay, const, I'll just say here handle change function. So change handle change is an event, so give your event object as well. So now let me just say here event dot say here uh, what I can say here, let's just say here set form data. Let's just say here set form data. I'll use the always latest value. I'll use the always latest value. Okay, so I'll use the factor function like this, and now just to close this, and now I'll just say here prev. Okay, prev. Okay, so prev, let's just preserve all the previous data. Let's just preserve all the previous data. So let's just preserve all the previous data, and now let's just say here event dot target dot name and colon. I'll just say here event dot target dot value. So this is dynamically update the input field with user value. Okay, or with user enter value. Okay, this is it. And let's just say here preserve the old data of the form input fields. Okay, this is it. So let's just expose this handle change function as well through this value object, so it will be also available here. So just now now what we will do here, we will just say here on change we will just say here handle change. Okay, handle change. So copy this and just paste it here. Copy this on change from here and paste on every input field. So now just save the file, we don't have an issue, and now we can type the things. Okay, to show the things what we have typed here, let me just show you that as well. Okay, so let's just paste it here, save the file, and now let me just so cut it out. So let me just save this file first. Okay, this file I am forgetting to save again and again. So let me just we don't have any issue. Let me just refresh this page one more time. No, we don't have an issue. The console is purely clean. Okay, so yeah, we can see here the typed value whatever user is going to type. Okay, so say here Prabhat, and you can see here is the email address. Okay, here is the email address. Okay, we can show the name, but I don't want to do that. Okay, okay, so this is it. So let me just now refresh this page one more time. So now what I'll do here, I'll just create here one function called submit. Okay, I'm going to create here one function. Okay, on this form. So I'll just say here on submit we will create here handle. Okay, submit function. Okay, so copy this handle submit function from here, and let's just define it here inside this context provider file. So just be that we can also expose that and this as well. Okay, so give here equal to, and give here the so submit is the event. Okay, submitting the form is the event. So we will just say here event dot prevent default. This is it. and now I'll just console.log the form data as well. What user has enter console.log. Okay, console.log this form data. Okay, this form data. And now what I'll do here, I'll just say here this. Okay, set loading also. Copy this set loading from here and make it true. Okay, we will show the loader while user is submitting the form. Okay, so say here true, and now we will use here the set timeout to hide the loader and to show the message after certain time, after certain seconds. Okay, after certain time, after certain seconds, we will hide the loader and we will show the message. Okay, we will hide the loader and we will show the message. Okay, so I'll just say here set. Okay, timeout, set timeout. I'll use here the filter function only, anonymous filter function like this. Okay, and now we'll just say here set loading, make it false because we want to show the message now. So make it okay, make it false. So make it false and we will show the message now. So I'll just say here copy this set confirm to show the message after certain seconds. Okay, after certain interval or certain seconds. Okay, I'll just say here form submitted successfully. Okay, successfully. And now so let's just define here the reset function as well. This is very simple. Reset form. So I'll use here the filter function. Okay, so now we'll just say here reset. Okay, so I'll just say here set. Okay, set form data. Again we will load with this initial value. Again we will load with this initial value. Copy this and just paste it here. And now I'll just say here the set confirm also. Set confirm we will also give the blank or the empty string because we have reset the form. So initially we will reset each and everything. Okay, okay, so now we'll just say here set. Okay, loading also we will just say here set loading also to false. Okay, and now we will just let it be. Okay, so let it be. So let's just expose this function handle submit. Let's just expose this function handle submit through this value object, and let's just expose this reset form method as well. Save the file, copy these. Okay, all these methods. Okay, so handle submit and reset form method from here. Okay, copy it and save this file first, and now we will grab this. Okay, so just now grab it here. So copy this reset function from here and call this on this button. Okay, on this button click we will call this function. So on click like this. Okay, so okay, so now just save the file and have a look in the browser. We don't have any issue. Okay, so let me just show the preview now. I'm going to show the preview, guys. Okay, I'm going to show the preview. Okay, so give me a few seconds, guys. Okay, since I'm constantly speaking since a long time. Okay, so let me just give some time to breathe in the fresh air. So I'm going to show the preview now. So let me just give you this. Okay, this form data. Okay, this form data I showed you many times. Okay, this form data, and it is coming from here. Okay, it is coming from here. This is state variable. Okay, okay, you can see. Okay, so come down, and we will check here with the condition. Okay, so now what I'll do here, I'll create here the div. So now I'll just show the name and each and everything, entire everything. Okay, so let's just create here h3 and close this h3 now. And now I'll just say here form data dot name to show the name. Okay, form data to show the name. So let's just say here class name I'll give you display, I'll give you 5. Okay, this is it. And now let me just create here the p element. Okay, so para element, let me just copy this and paste it couple of times. Okay, and paste it couple of times. Okay, so now let me just say here, let me just to write again and again, copy this and paste it here. Let me just change the value. I'll just say here, instead of name, I'll just say here email, and instead of email, I'll just say here phone. Instead of phone, I'll just say here the city, and instead of this name, I'll just say here address, to show the address of the user. Let's just remove this extra p from here, and now as of now just save the file and have a look in the browser. Refresh this page one more time, and now try to submit this form. So we can see here we got the preview here, okay. So guys, here is the preview. Okay, so guys, we got the preview here. Okay, so guys, we got the preview here. Okay, so here is the preview. Here is the name, Prabhat Pandit. Okay, so what I'll do here, I'll just say here, instead of this I'll just say here preview. Okay, so I'll just say here preview, and to copy this, and to show the name, I'll just say here name, save the file, and here is the preview. Here is the name, Prabhat Pandit, email is this, phone number is this, city is this, and address is this. Okay, so this is doing great. And now I'll show the loader as well. So I'm going to import the loader first. Okay, I'm going to import the loader, guys. Okay, from React only, guys. I'm going to import the loader from React itself. Okay, so import, I'm going to import the loader. I'll just say here feed loader from React spinner. Okay, from React spinner. So copy this feed loader from here, and we will just show the loading spinner. Okay, whenever user will submit the form. Okay, whenever user will submit the form, we will show the loading spinner as well. So now, just now here below this div now. Okay, or inside okay, so outside this form. Okay, outside this form we'll just create here h1. Okay, h1, and I'll just say here, give the class name as a text center, and say here font weight, I'll give here bold, and I can just say here display, I'll give here 3. I'll just say here text center. Okay, and open this h1 element, and now I'll just use this loader. Okay, I'll just use this. Okay, loading. Okay, I'll just use this loading variable, state variable. I showed you where it is coming from. Okay, this is coming from this. Okay, here this is state variable. Okay, I showed you many times. Okay, so now this loading, if it is true, okay, if it is true, then we will show this. Okay, then we will show this. Okay, if this loading is true, then we will show this. Okay, so create a div, close this div now, and I'll give you the style. So now just say here, I'll just give here position, say here fixed. Okay, fixed, give here comma, I'll just say here top, I'll just give here top 0, give here left also 0, give here the width of 100%. Okay, give width 100%, give comma height also of 100%, and give here the background also, background color I'll give here RGBA. Okay, 0 comma 0 comma give here 4. Okay, give comma, and I can just say here display as a flex, give comma, I can just say here justify content, I can just say here center. Okay, and I can just say here align items as well, I can just say here center, and I can just say here the z index also. I'll just say here, say here z index 999. Okay, this is it. And now inside this div, inside this div we will call this loader component. Okay, we will call this a feed loader component. Okay, so give here color, give color as a white. Okay, give color as a white. Okay, give color as a white. And now I'll just say here inside h1 only, I'll just say here confirm. Okay, this confirm guys. Okay, this confirm. Okay, this confirm. Okay, it is coming from this context provider file. Okay, this confirm. Okay, you can see I'm exposing this, I'm exposing this form data confirm. Okay, loading, handle change, handle submit, and reset form. Okay, and it is coming from this context API file. Okay, so now copy this confirm and come down and come down. Okay, here is the confirm. And okay, if loading is false. Okay, if loading is false, if loading is false, then then we will show this loaded. Okay, then we will show this message. Okay, then we will show this message. Okay, okay, so it is saying this confirm is okay set, and this loading is false, then we will show this message that the form is submitted successfully. Okay, we will show this message. Which message guys? Which message I'm talking about? I'm talking about this message, form submitted successfully. Okay, form submitted successfully. Okay, so guys, just save this file one more time, save this file one more time, and save this app.js file also one more time. This is the main file, this is the entry file of your react app. Okay, so app.js is the main file, main entry file of your react app. Okay, so now just now submit the form. So we can see here. Okay, so there is one issue here, and I got, and I know what is the issue here. So the issue is here, we have not given here any time. Okay, we have not given here any time. Okay, so now just save the file and now try to submit the form. See, boom guys, form submitted successfully. Okay, form submitted successfully. So let me just, what I'll do here, I will just say here text center and say here text success, save the file, and now see, we got the loading spinner guys. Okay, we got the loading spinner and reset the form now. See, the form is now reset. Say here, okay, so here is the preview, name, email, number, city, and address. Okay, submit the form now. See, boom guys, form submitted successfully. Okay, form submitted successfully. Reset the form. Say here Pooja Kumari, enter here Pooja @yahoo.com, give your city Bangalore, give your phone number any random number, give your address Pune, India. Okay, here is the preview, here is the preview. Okay, and here is the form. Submit the form now. Submit form. We can see the loading spinner, and here is the message, form submitted successfully. Okay, loading spinner, form submitted successfully. Reset the form and again fill this form. Okay, here is the city, here is the phone number, here is the address, and here is the preview, here is the preview, here is the preview. Submit the form now. Here is the loading spinner, and here is the message, form submitted successfully. Okay, so guys, this is all about this session. Okay, I hope you have learned something cool, something great, something dynamic in react context API, and I hope this is the best tutorial on react context API on YouTube you have ever watched. Okay, I hope guys this is the best tutorial on YouTube on react context API you have ever watched on YouTube, and I hope you don't need to watch any other video on React Context API if you are learning React in 2026, and if you are new to react.js, and if you are beginners to react.js. So this is the last video you should watch. You should definitely watch this entire video very carefully and very patiently. Okay, so I hope guys you will subscribe now my this channel code with here, and you will press the bell icon also. You will share this video with your friends, with your colleagues, with your groups as well as you will like this video, which will give me the confidence and motivation to create awesome videos like this for you on each and every topic of web development, React, ServiceNow, and Angular, and Vue as well. Okay, so see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye guys. This is Prabhat Pandit signing off now. See you guys in the next video.